Hi, my name is Badger Badgerson, and I'm a private investigator specializing in the uncovering of Path of Exile expansion updates. Every 3 months, a certain prominent community manager leaves clues and hints as to where this ARPG monolith is heading with its newest patch, but so far, no one has been able to crack the code before announcement date. Today, we will explore exactly how I discovered the new Path of Exile League. 100%, definitely, totally no questions asked. I have the right answer on Badger PI. Twitter. It's where it all starts. Hints of themes, words out of place, always taunting me. But this cycle, my first official cycle on the job, it caught me by surprise. Many people hadn't assumed the teasing had started. Usually, Bex, the community manager from Grinding Gear Games, is fairly forward about when the teasing season starts. But as I was sitting in my lounge room, reading my favorite book and sipping on an old cup of joe, I heard that all too familiar ping. It was Bex. I couldn't believe I'd been missing the signs. Had the clues already been dropped around me without I even knowing? There wasn't any time to lament, as precious time had already been wasted on lukewarm coffee drinking. I delved further backwards. If we were already several hints deep, how deep do they go? This one, a word popped out. Suffering. Very out of place for this sentence. Hot? So much hot. Suffering and hot. But what about this one? Horse stands out here. Nothing is really adding up. Unless... What about the horsemen of the apocalypse? The theme of the word suffering fits perfectly, but was I just grasping at straws? The horsemen originate from the book of Revelation in the Bible, in which this book, a location called Armageddon. It's where armies gather for a battle in the end times. In many other contexts, Armageddon refers directly to an event of end times. What else happens in end times? The rapture, hell, fire, hot. Hot? Now I really felt like I was grasping at straws. There wasn't enough ties to these 3 tweets to really make it seem like the next league could be Armageddon themed. But it sure does fit with the lore of Path of Exile, many gods, powerful beings, and constant waging of war. So I gave it some time. I thought it over. I analyzed the lines and connections, and the more I looked, the more it made sense. Path of Exile, Armageddon. Those sons of guns, they done got me good. This has nothing in it about what I was originally theorizing. Was Bex onto me and is now throwing red herrings and misnomers into the void, hoping it would turn me away? No, there's more to this. I swore I must have missed things. I made my way back into the labyrinthian nature of Bex's online presence, and it seemed pieces started falling into my lap. Giants, cats with monocles, it all seemed so whimsical. Like a children's book. Bam! There it was, a child drawn by Bex herself. A child so willingly happy, inquisitive, and like right out of a children's story. Blonde hair, ribbon on the head. Wait a second. Alice in Wonderland. A whimsical, fantastical story of a child exploring a labyrinthian land filled with magical twists and turns. The pieces started coming together once again. Giants, monocle cats, they fit perfectly. This one, talking about a silly world, sure seems Wonderland-like to me. What about this one? Ending the tweet with just the word, well. Could this be in reference to the rabbit hole Alice falls down, as quoted in the book? The rabbit hole went straight on like a tunnel for some way, then dipped suddenly down, so suddenly that Alice had not a moment to think about stopping herself before she found herself falling down a very deep well. I couldn't believe it. In fact, we even have a GIF Bex posted of some sort of well here in this tweet. I scoured further past Bex's tweets, back into the past of Chris Wilson, director of Grinding Gear Games, talking about inspirations both for Harvest League and the upcoming 3.12 League itself.
And so our goal was to work out something novel for this league, a bit of a top-down design. And so what we like to do is go through movies of a particular year, where we'll just pick a year and go through random movies and say, what themes does this one have? Like, okay, can we do car chases?
Movies within the same year? Little Shop of Horrors was in 1986, which explains Harvest League, but so was Labyrinth, the dark fairy tale movie starring David Bowie. This ties in way too perfectly. I had it. I had the strand I needed to follow until these teasers cracked wide open. Also, in this interview, Chris mentions he and the team are endlessly inspired by Magic the Gathering, a wildly popular trading card game who release 4 new expansions each year.
We're at Jonathan's house, having a barbecue, and we're running out of league ideas, because there aren't any, and you still have to come up with 4 leagues a year. And so, we're endlessly inspired by Magic the Gathering, the fact that they've been going for 26 plus years and still come up with 4 new set ideas every year, right? So it shows there is an endless well of creativity there. And so our goal was to work out something novel for this league, a bit of a top-down design.
In Magic, a set was released in October of 2019 called Thrones of Eldraine. This set is directly inspired by fairy tales. Chris is inspired by Magic the Gathering. Does this mean GGG, around the time you could assume 3.12 could have had its inception, would be around 10 months ago when Throne of Eldraine was released? Either consciously or subconsciously, I was certain that this Magic the Gathering set had inspired 3.12. Hi Jonathan from Grinding Gear Games. It's me Chris from Grinding Gear Games. Have you seen the new Magic the Gathering set?
Why yes, Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. I have. I like the idea of fairy tales. We should do a fairy tale league in 10 months' time.
Yes, Jonathan, this is a good idea. Let's continue to enjoy this barbecue now. My theory all made sense. It was foolproof, solid, unbreakable. The pieces all fit. I can now confirm to you, after this mega investigation, that the next Path of Exile League, 3.12, is a fairy tale league. Definitely 100%, and there's no way it's not. Introducing Path of Exile Legend. And no, it's definitely not about boats and expeditions. 100%. There's no way. Please, no, don't. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching that fun little video of mine. I just wanted to put a little tag at the end of this video here, just to tell you all once again about my Patreon. I haven't talked about it for quite a while, but for those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it's a great place to be able to support your favorite content creators or streamers or anything like that, and I have one myself. Down in the description there is a link, and for the price of a coffee a month, you can support me. Obviously there are different tiers and you get different rewards for those tiers, but the cheapest tier is a coffee a month pretty much, and you can support me trying to do this full time, because it is a little bit difficult to get all of my monetary expenses paid for just from my content. So I would really appreciate it. If any of you are really enjoying the content, then feel free to. I would love the support, but even just a subscribe on YouTube and a like goes a long way as well. So that would be really awesome. If you enjoyed this video, if you're looking forward to League Start and looking forward to some good builds that I'm going to be bringing out, definitely jump on that as well so you can be up to date with everything I do bring out. That is all I have to say. Nice little bit of a plug there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching everyone. And until next time, Badger, out.